everybody. Just calm down.
Girl, just calm down. It's his birthday today, by the way.
Happy birthday, Night.
Happy birthday, nephew.
Happy birthday, boo-boo.
How old is he?
He's 5. He was a pandemic puppy.
I didn't know he was like that close to Zuko's age. I feel like you had him longer, way longer, but I guess not.
No, maybe like like a year, maybe?
No, because Zuko's a pandy baby too. He turns 5. He turns 5 in June.
Oh, within the same day, yeah.
Not y'all both getting pregnant during the pandemic.
Well,
y'all needed each other. Y'all was both running. I know.
Well, I had mine.
These poor lonely roads have changed the way I feel. Okay, wait. Where is Shia?
Did you see the Us Weekly video of her touring her home? No, Entertainment Tonight. She was touring her home.
Yes.
And the bitch started singing again.
She act like Candace. I'm telling you, every time. Girl, stop.
What Candace say? Hello. But anywho, hey guys, welcome to the Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I am your boy Po Theory.
I'm Jared.
I'm Danielle.
I just love how y'all are wearing color and I am now wearing no color. Like, what the?
Yeah, well.
We're never
and it works perfectly, though, because you're wearing red, she's wearing mustard, or that's mustard, right?
It's like a clementine. Mustard is a little off, sweetie.
Thanks for that.
As an orange girl, I actually wear multiple colors of orange, terracotta, peach. So yeah, no, this is like more of a clementine.
It's a very nice color on you.
Thank you.
I'm just trying to figure out, do I have time today? I don't think I have time. I'm so verklempt today. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, everything has just been, there's not enough time to study. There's not enough time for homework. Like, it's just so much going on right now. But,
yeah.
By the way, little shout out to the podcast that I be talking, they're called We Wine Whenever. It's the 3 white women that I sent y'all that live in New Jersey and they review Housewives.
Yeah, love them.
The reason that I love them so much is because I get to see Housewives through their lens and just like how they could be just watching a completely different show, just on how they view certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And they made me, even though we're not talking about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but they did make me rethink something I said about Dorit the other day. And I was like, how I agreed about PK feeling like, dang, you even gonna judge my move as well, like to the apartment. They said, well, yeah, when my kids have to go over there, I need to have a say on what the apartment is gonna look like and where it's gonna be when you take my kids. And I just didn't think about it that way. But anywho, to the blacks. How are you guys this week so far? It's Monday.
I wasn't hungover, so that in itself was a win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, Blue Ivy.
Yes, I'm refreshed. I'm actually very well rested.
Are you on your new phone?
I sure am.
Oh, wow. Because great. Beautiful gowns.
Because what? Beautiful gowns, right.
Yeah, I guess I may have to remove that write-up.
This may be the first, if we get through this whole episode with no mishap from Danielle, it'll be like the first time in history.
Dirt and grass.
To be fair, even if it's the 20%, we're not going to count it.
Yeah.
We're not going to count it.
Song.
Okay. So, guys, I must say, I'm disappointed.
In the episode?
Yes. I'm really disappointed. I always say don't fix anything that ain't broke. How does it go? Can't fix it, ain't broke.
If it broke, don't fix it.
Thank you. And it's broken. Like, I mean, it was fixed. It wasn't as bad. God damn it, I don't know what's happening. But anywho, so guys, we opened the episode with a continuation of Shamia's birthday party, and of course, the whole debacle between Drew, Portia, and Dennis. I don't know if one of us said it. I don't know if it's from the reviews. This shit don't feel real to me. It don't feel real.
No,
Portia trying not to break character and not laugh while she yelling at Drew as they getting up. It did not feel real.
Yeah.
What are you guys' thoughts about that interaction?
I I wouldn't say that I thought it didn't feel real per se, but I think something that I'm noticing is how Portia is really trying to push a specific narrative, and she kind of knows what she's doing a little too well. And then between her and then Drew is just so inauthentic. Like I can't take anything she says or does seriously. So I don't know. Yeah, this kind of argument kind of annoyed me. I really didn't understand. I couldn't pinpoint what exactly Portia was mad about. She did do a better job at explaining it later in the episode, but literally for this, my only note for this scene was confused ? Because she just seemed to be pissed, and then like she was trying to say why she was pissed, but then there was like 3 different reasons why she was pissed, and I really just couldn't figure out what the hell was going on.
Right. Yeah, no, that was me who said that last week. I don't believe it. And again, I don't believe it. And now to your point, Jared, Portia is trying to scare us into this narrative that she's so broken and she's this independent woman just ready to fly and soar, pretty much the divorcee win, and it's not giving that. Like her getting divorced and Dorit getting divorced is two different divorce. Like that's two different separations to me. Like it doesn't seem authentic. And again, this whole thing with Drew, I mean, it's just stop. Like, ugh, it was so cringy. Like I was just like at the TV. So my only words were ugh.
I think we got like, I think I mean, it's not up to them. I feel like I said this last episode where I was like, when she ain't come back that next year, I don't care about the whole Fallon taking that lady's husband. So let me be very clear when I say this as well. I don't care about you and Simon's relationship. None of it. Like the whole thing. I'm so okay with Portia coming in there, and I'd rather her have this beef with just about her, Drew, and Dennis than to hear about this whole thing with Simon. You weren't with him long enough before y'all got married. Y'all don't have children together. Like, it sounds even crazy to me that y'all even went 50-50 on a house. Like, you put your name on anything with this man that you have no idea who he is. Like, I'm just irritated about the whole thing. I do not care, Portia. Stop talking to me about this African. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's more annoying. It's more of a nuisance. It's annoying because, girl, why are you keep force feeding us this information?
Yeah.
I gotta figure out. I'm upset. I gotta calm down.
You are, man.
Yeah.
I think you got some other stuff going. Yeah, it's the other stuff.
It's a lot going on. Like, it's just, when I was watching it, I just got upset because it started to make me think about all the people that they were one season wonders. And it's like, none of those people you can't bring back. I know Eva acting like she's above it now, but Eva could have came back. There's a lot of people that could have came back.
No, she couldn't have. No, she couldn't have.
I was rewatching season 11 like a couple of weeks ago because Bravo plays like all the old seasons before the new seasons. And Eva was actually a little better of a housewife than I rememred. I really didn't like her as a housewife, but when I was rewatching it, I was like, oh, she was better than what I gave her.
You know why? You know why why probably you and Danielle have a negative view of her? Eva didn't come on the show with a whole bunch of new bitches. Eva was on the show with our juggernaut. She was on the show with Nene. She was on the show with Kenya. She was on the show with Cynthia, Portia. She was a new girl amongst all of our old our girls.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
Of course she's not gonna stack up.
That's fair.
Imagine
that's
if
fair.
Kenya, because I remember not liking Eva. Like, what is happening? Where's Eva the diva? And then I remember when we had Sonya, and all these people come on, and they gave Marlo a peach. Then I was like, well, where's Shamari? Where is Eva? That's when I'm begging for these people. And it's like, you don't miss what you got until it's gone. Like,
no, that's fair. No,
broke it home too soon. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Because if anything, shit, give Kim back the peach. If you gonna go all crazy,
because she got real drama.
She actually has real life drama. She got a gambling debt. Out to Wazoo. The house is in foreclosure. All right, that shit is a mess right now. Bring back Kim.
Hello.
And the badass kids.
And the badass kids.
She got a whole football team.
I will say this. What was the point of jumping in the pool at the end of the party?
Oh, I hated that.
That really bothered me.
I don't know why it bothered me so much too. I was like, I would never do that.
You know what it really bothered me too, and this is really messy too. And I hope, well, I if the bitch do say I don't care anyway. But I've been to an event where they jumped in the water, the ocean with the garbage.
Oh, this somebody you know.
Oh, I was at the event.
Oh, okay, got it.
I
Oh,
was
you're
at the
saying in
event.
case they see this.
Oh,
Oh,
they
got
don't
it.
care either. I mean, they can't beat me. But anyway, yeah, it was actually. I was disgusted then, just as I was disgusted now. And then I
Mm-hmm.
think I was more annoyed when Shamia said, "If you're my real friend," because also if you were my real friend, I'd have been like, "Bitch, you the fool." Because if you were my real friend, you would know that you a damn fool if you think I was jumping in the damn pool
Oh, you
with all my
know,
shit on.
I'm not jumping in nobody's pool.
That shit sound dumb as hell.
I only know how to swim for survival. I don't play around pools. I tell people anytime, if you got me around a pool, I want to let you know, if you push me in it, we're fighting. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your grandmother nudged me. She's going down. I'm beating her.
What Granny had to do with it,
She shouldn't have pushed
girl?
me. I do not play with no water.
Oh, you one of those black people.
Yeah,
Jesus, I know.
I only know how to swim for
Okay.
survival. I'm not just kikiing
Okay.
around the pool,
Okay.
just the pool and shit.
Mm.
But anywho, we move
Oh.
on, y'all. So we meet Miss Angela. Now again, production. Teach these hoes not to look in the camera. When she was walking down the stairs in that slow mo, the bitch looked right in the camera and not in the way of like trying to look to. He was like, do I keep walking straight or like what is happening?
Her and her husband keep looking at the damn camera.
Y'all, it's episode 2. Gives them the people some time to warm up and get comfortable, child.
Sweetie, no, we know
Mhm.
how they film. This may be episode 2 and about the 90th hour of her recording.
Mm-hmm.
They got to. You got to give them some time. Y'all need to give them some grace, people.
You wanted to be on TV so bad, you should learn etiquette.
The last thing you should be doing is looking in the camera. But carry on. What you gonna say, Jared?
But no, I mean, I noticed that with her and Britt with their solo scenes that they need to get comfortable on camera. Which I mean, I expect. I'm not gonna give them a hard time about it. One thing about Charles, I don't know how I feel about Charles. He annoyed me. He's giving me Todd for Salt Lake City. Like he has no idea what the hell his wife signed up for, and like you could tell, I felt kind of bad for her because you could tell she was trying to do her job by trying to like fill the Zarda in or what happened at the party. He's just like, why the fuck you talking about that? Mind your business. I'm like, Charles, that's her job, child. She got to talk about
that's
it.
literally her job to talk about it. That's the thing.
No, it's
Charles,
like, no, Charles, she got to be messy. She's supposed to be messy right here.
Charles, you're not bringing any checks anymore. You retired, remember?
Right.
So someone
cook the
has
damn
to.
food.
You got to, you cook the damn breakfast while I get a C.
Charles,
you're not bringing any
she
checks.
said that. Charles, she said that, not me.
Charles can't beat my
not
ass.
Me. Charles will beat everybody ass in your house, bitch. Charles is beating up. You ask Uncle Charles. Ask Uncle Charles. Ask him. Yeah. Ask him if he think he can beat Charles Oakley. Bitch, please.
I get my husband to hit that old nigga right in his kneecaps.
Okay. This was the first time I ever thought that she looked cute. She looked cute in the kitchen when she had like her, the bang. She actually looked good to me there. What did we find out? She has 4 kids. I think only one with Charles. Together.
Well, I think only 3 are hers because one is Charles's, I think.
No, he has a Charles Jr.
Yeah, that's Charles Jr.
Yeah,
no, but there's a baby.
Yeah,
they're
that's
a blended family.
Charles Jr. is his. The 2 girls are hers, and then the youngest one is theirs together.
Oh yeah. I got it.
That's a lot.
Apparently, she does. Apparently, what does she do? Like, did she say she does like financing?
She has a finance company. Self-made millionaire.
Self-made millionaire. Her and Charles met at a party years ago, and then did not talk to each other for another 10 years until they were neighbors. I thought that was like, okay, yeah, it is kind of like meant to be. I'm afraid I see this happening where it's like y'all can have this banter internally, and then when it gets on camera, people are gonna have opinions like why he talked to you that way, and it's like, y'all, I can handle it, and hopefully Angela. I'm not exactly sure how old Angela is, but I think she's a little older, so hopefully she's mature. Hopefully she's mature enough to not allow people to say, why that man talking to you, and they get in her ear, and then she brings that to her relationship.
She already cleans that up though. Every time they have the banter back and forth in their confessional, she's like, well, that's my husband. Like, I know how to take charge of him. Like, she's always over explaining herself in regards to her husband. I think that's what annoys me the most because I'm not explaining that.
Is that production? Do you think it's production asking the question, or do you think that she is picking up on that?
I think it's both.
Yeah, because
I think her seeing it back, her probably looking at it from the lens of an audience member is probably like, okay, I actually know how to go back and forth with him because we really do this in real life. but also seeing it on camera, it's actually not landing. And like you said, Jared, it's giving Todd from Salt Lake, where they probably do this shit back and forth all day long, but it was fine when the cameras weren't following. Now it looks uncomfortable and it looks like you're losing the fight.
Perfect example. Just don't be a Bronwyn. Because you was fine with how Todd was before he got on the camera. Just don't be a Bronwyn. It's so funny. I cannot pinpoint that house where they live because that's like the upper lower upper class subdivision in Atlanta. Though that size and style of house, like I know so many neighborhoods like that, but I can't pinpoint. Now I know exactly where I like literally know where Britt's house is.
Alpharetta, you think?
Oh, who? Because it's definitely
Oakley.
given. Yeah, it's definitely given Lisa Wood, Air Hartwell, her season, that style of house. It's definitely given that. I was thinking that, Jared. That's funny you say that. But then we move on to Kenya and Portia. This outfit, their outfits together was actually what we saw when they first started letting shit slide. Like, oh my God, Kenya and Portia are filmed together. And we were like so geeked for the season to come, like, oh shit, it's gonna be popping. Again, Portia looked phenomenal. Kenya looked good. They basically meet up and production, it's interesting. I was like, please don't bring up Portia dragging that girl to the floor. But they didn't. They did not play it. I was very thankful. All we got was Miss America and Ashy, and I was thankful for that.
Right. Because that was nasty.
Go ahead. No,
that was a nasty point in history. I think that was before they put a handle on what you can and cannot do on Housewives.
Right. Fair. No, very
you know
fair.
what I mean? Like that was pre everything. Like you couldn't even try to do that shit.
They banned props at the reunion.
Right. They definitely
did. Exactly. So yeah.
But she basically, they talk about the whole Dennis and Drew situation. And to everyone watching our videos, I think we're on a clear consensus that we are not going to beat this, even though the show may beat it. If there's a full scene, unless it comes to blows, I'm not going to be very detailed about this Drew and Dennis thing. Because I'm just not. So when I say they talked about the Drew and Dennis of it all, that's what they did.
Where we're going.
You know what happened. And so basically, I would say the more interesting part of their conversation, if it could be really interesting, was about Simon and the stories about him being essentially a criminal mastermind. What did they say, that they was getting off a private jet and it was surrounded when they got off?
That took me out. I was like, imagine your plane being surrounded. Girl, you should have divorced him after you got off of the plane.
Right.
Because when was that? Like, you were still posting February, Valentine's Day, we're together, he flew me out vacation, blah, blah, blah. No. Surrounded. You getting the damn doors kicked in. I'm not safe. Yeah, I didn't like that at all. That was weird.
I feel like what's going to happen is that I almost just don't want her to tell us nothing else, because I'm just going to get more and more irritated by Portia as this time goes on, the more I learn about how they got together. Because it's going to be like, why did you even...
Wait, look, but I mean, I'm about to eat you up. Not the
no,
one
go
that
ahead.
you were caping for.
Last episode, I know.
I'm Portia.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
On that, to your point, to me, it's becoming more and more clear that she wanted a lifestyle. She knew that some shady business was going on, but she turned a blind eye to it. But she was prepared because, like, I saw somebody tweet, shout out to the Third King on Twitter, one of my favorite Housewives Twitter people. But he mentioned, like, the way Portia had, like, this divorce kind of locked and loaded and ready to go because she knew what the fuck was going on and she was prepared for it.
Yeah,
but then it makes me think, but that is great point. Great point. But it also makes me think that it makes me look at her even more weird than what was going on with PJ. Because, we're in Atlanta. Scamming comes with possible physical pain. Like, somebody running up in your shit, home invasions. Like, you don't really know what this man is really doing in life. And then let's be very clear, he's not the most demure person. So in the same way that Shamia has been extremely demure, and guess what? I found out that I can get to Shamia's house in 15 minutes. I found out I can get there very quickly. Watching when Simon came on the scene, there were so many creators. There were so many, like Funky Dineva talked about how he knew him. Like so many people knew him. So if he's that accessible, and then you have your daughter around this man that, from what Jared is saying, and the Twitter guy, that there's a very real possibility that she knew that it was some shicey shit going on. And Atlanta is home of the home invasions, or following you home from the club and coming right behind you through the gate. Like, so you just don't have your daughter around that? Come on, peach juice. What is this?
Portia loved the lifestyle, though, guys. We know that. And as much as we hate it, her and Shami at the same time hit the lottery on the African Prince. Now, who kept the lottery winnings? We know who did. It was Shamia. Unfortunately for Portia,
Portia.
Portia. I want her to. Yeah, I don't want her to talk about this anymore. I don't want her to, because again, this conversation is a dead horse. You guys aren't they divorced now at this point? Are they
No,
officially
they're not
divorced?
divorced because he's detained. He's in the ICE facility.
He's actually in the ICE facility. Shout out to my tax dollars working. But what I'm saying is, I'm just saying, at least we know that they're working and they're not just going after the low level people. They're getting other people. So I'm not mad. But also, Simon, yeah. Anyway, next.
And then you're his fifth wife. I'm sorry, the amount of money for her to go through what she's going through. Like, Portia ain't no slouch. Portia got her own coins.
And
she ain't got Simon
real?
coins, but she got her own coins in enough of a way to live a certain life that. And then she fine. There was nobody else.
Yeah, she
like,
is fine. I can see her dating a young man now at this point. I think they're going after one of the little teeny boppers.
She could date she could go. I don't know. Just find somebody, child. It's just.
They go with an African Prince.
Well, that's the word on the street, is that she just got with Simon to keep up with Shamia.
That's everyone is saying it. Yeah. And I feel like, and as what we know by Shamia and her husband's relationship and how they met, now we know, like, they've been coochie crunch since the beginning. When Shamia said that her husband told her, like, yes, he's actually not, it's not all that cracked up to me.
Like, you might need to look into that.
Shamia gave us the nicest version of that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That conversation that he really had with her was stay the hell away from him. He's a shiesty man. He got a lot of baggage going on with her. And she told Portia that being her friend of 30 years. She told Portia that, so Portia knew the whole time.
I didn't even think about that. That is such a good point, Danielle, that she did say. She said it real cute. They let us know that the husband said something, but it was like, hey, bitch, he can't come in my house.
He can never come in my house. And he meant that. Her husband has government contracts. He can't be bothered with that.
Literally. So then we get to Kelly, and she is showing us her new restaurant. Apparently, she had one location before, but we find out that it has gotten shut down. You know, her husband, her soon-to-be ex-husband, had basically shut it down. We find out more information later on when she meets with Britt, but then she is introducing us to her publicist and her project manager, both of whom call me. You know, I love me a big man. Oh, I love me a big. Oh. I like the project manager more.
Is that the one that walked in second or first?
Yeah, second.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, he was fine. What's the name was cute. The PR guy was cute straight on. But I'm becoming a person of profile. If like sometimes like if the profile ain't hitting, I can't get with it. And his profile looked gay. But straight on he looked masculine.
Okay, but when you're with a person, are you always standing at their side? You're normally looking at them straight on. So why?
If you suck it right, you're doing it from the side. I'm joking.
That was the bottom. I'm
sorry. It depends on which way it turns.
Oh.
Now that is fair, because sometimes you do gotta.
Ladies.
I hope my dad does not watch this, because this is crazy.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Joe. I feel sorry for Joe. I'm joking. You ever seen This Christmas with Chris Brown? They be like, I feel sorry for Joe. So now we move on to the Lavender relationship. Do we know what a lavender relationship is, guys?
I just had a whole discussion about this yesterday.
Yeah. So we move on to the lavender relationship.
Well, because I don't know what it is.
Oh, you don't know what a lavender relationship is?
I don't know.
Google it. I'm not going to tell you. Well, then if you're going to say, if that's your response, then you know what one is.
No,
Sweetie, you know what it is.
I really don't. I don't know what that is, but I am looking it up as we speak. Okay.
Yeah, look it up. Look up what a lavender. You and your lavender.
Ooh.
Google. Yeah, read it out loud. Read it out loud.
Okay, hold on. Let me just get a good. Ooh, a lavender marriage is historically a reference to a marriage of convenience between a heterosexual person and a person of the community. The community being LGBT.
The legitimate qua. Yes, the legitimate qua. Yeah. And we're not going to say who is heterosexual or who is a part of the legitimate qua. But, so we are basically, really get a good feeling of who Brittany and Mike are. We find out that they met during COVID, also got married during COVID. Tracks like a motherfucker.
It tracks.
Like, cause you be like, you know what?
Yeah.
My standards was really high, and I really don't know where the world is gonna end.
Yeah.
So you know what? A little feminine ain't gonna bother me that much.
No.
You know?
No.
Or a little masculinity ain't gonna bother me that too much, you know, man. You just don't know whose side we don't know who is part of the legitimate qua. We just don't know. But
we listen, we don't judge.
We listen and we do not judge. No, but we find out that she built her agency on her own, a little bit about their marriage. I mean, a little bit about their dating, that they had went on a few dates and had not had sex. They ended up even going on their Stop. Then they went on a date to Vegas, and she said, I just want to let you know you're not getting none of this pocketbook. And it seems like he was okay with it because they had a great time and he didn't get none of that pocketbook. So
you need to say that with a straight face. Because now stop. Because the last man on Housewives that said that they were fine with not being sexually active was CJ of Potomac. And we know where that went.
Listen.
Anywho,
everyone is on their own journey.
Everybody's on their own journey. And sometimes everybody's on their own journey.
Mm.
The way Mama Britt walked through, I said, oh, she's going to be a messy one. I am waiting. She came in there with that robe.
Staying at the hat.
And so they're basically talking, and I guess they're debating about the baby. One of my major call-offs is that Brittany, everything seems so fake. Mike seemed very authentic. Mike was the most authentic thing in that room. And, you know.
Miss Mamas ain't have no baby.
Like, it was just like, yeah, what do you mean? Oh my God, you're so negative. Oh my God. Shut up. Stop. Ugh.
Yeah.
It bothered me. And then when the mom was like, so, Mike, are you going to join us in the sauna? that a statement has never been said. And this is not a flex. Plenty of people I know in Atlanta have saunas in their homes. I've been to their homes. Some of them are my family members. No one has ever said that to me. Random. Are you going to get in the sauna? Who says that? Like, that just trying to sound opulent, it ain't there.
Mother-in-laws, chime in on the comments if you watch it. You ain't never asked your son-in-law to get no damn sauna.
Girl, hello? Like, what? And then she had what's that, a satin pajama set with a fucking robe? Like, what you know? They tried to find the most opulent thing about that home. So you don't have a home. And it was just a thing. And
I mean, the house was nice, though. The parts that they showed. To my knowledge, that lady's name is not Brittany. It's Britt.
Oh, what's her name?
Her name is Britt. No, it's just Britt. I don't know if it's short
just
for Brittany.
Britt?
Yeah, Britt.
Wait.
Oh.
What? Like a nickname?
No, that's her name. Her name is Britt. It literally on the intro it says Britt. Britt Edie.
Wow. Oh, Brittany, because it would have been weird. Brittany Edie. That's a lot.
Yeah, Britt Edie. Who is this hoe? Britt Edie is her name.
Okay. So then we move on to Shamia, and Shamia is going to meet the surrogate, which I always say maybe I'm just a little too immersed into the Bravo universe. When I already knew that her and Candy shared the same surrogate.
Yeah.
And then the fact that same surrogate started that business with Dr. Jackie. I knew that as well.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, I
they
didn't know she had a
Jackie let us know.
business.
Go ahead.
I didn't know she had I thought she was just a surrogate. I didn't know it was like she had a whole
Same.
business.
Very profitable too, probably.
Yeah, she started it with Dr. Jackie. We found that out about 2 seasons ago on Married in Medicine, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Because Dr. Jackie, I'm always interested. I love when I see people that take advantage of the platform. And Dr. Jackie is like one of those people. So like Dr. Jackie, Candy,
crickets.
So yeah. And so this scene was really sad, but one of the things that I will say, it made me like Shamia so much more. It definitely made me understand why this surrogate is so popular.
Yes.
Because she just seems like she has such a beautiful heart. And then Shamia to say like, Shamia has such a selfless way of, instead of viewing it like, my baby is premature because you came down with breast cancer, she thought, did my baby cause you to get gestational breast cancer?
Right.
Like that is like, just Shamia is just such more and more just such a beautiful person and a beautiful heart.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know if I would have that thought process. I don't know if I would say like you did this, but I would feel a certain type of way, especially I feel so close to that because if I were to have a kid, that's how it's going to have to happen. You know? But just beautiful. We found out Shamia had an ectopic pregnancy. And again, like she said, I think I said this a couple episodes ago, it's always very important to have your Black doctors, at least people that are close to the culture that's going to listen to you, because she was even smack dab in Atlanta in the emergency room and they was about to send her home and she damn near bled out. Like you're a woman, like they're extremely dangerous if they're not
if they're not treated. And just even to be able to talk about it even on our platform is something that's important to me. But it is extremely important for Shamia to have that conversation, because I feel like the ectopic pregnancy is one of those things that people don't speak about, because it's in the family of the abortion, but also in the miscarriage. It's like really in the middle, in between those things. So very traumatic experiences, and especially for someone who's trying to get pregnant. Obviously, it's heartbreaking for a person like Shamia, and you can tell that she wants to grow her family for her husband and for herself. And the fact that she can't naturally do that, and for her to even open up about it, is something that I like applauded Shamia for. I actually almost shed a tear in this part of the episode, because as a person who's been there before, it is not fun. And then you think of yourself less than a woman. Like, why can I just have a baby with my husband? Why can't I just produce a child? And then you find out you can't for whatever reason. Shamia, super humbling. I hope that all my queens just get checked out. Whatever color doctor you are, whatever color doctor you have, make sure you're getting checked out for things like that. So that's what I'll just say. But anywho.
Well said.
I was just about to say that too.
Yeah, well said. Well said. And then especially if you're in any southern states, like Danielle said, that especially now they are viewed very similarly, ectopic pregnancies and abortions, because when you have an ectopic pregnancy, you have to have, it should not be called an abortion, but essentially that's what it is. And as you know, in Georgia, after 6 weeks, you can't get it. So technically you could die. Just from having an ectopic pregnancy. Well, yeah, right. Unless you go somewhere or if I have a doctor
you will. You actually will die.
It's crazy. And so then we move on to Kelly and Britt. They get together. Probably would have fast forwarded this scene if we didn't review it. Jared, you're looking like, oh wait, they got together. I don't remember.
No, I was looking at my notes to see, because I have notes about it. And I was like, why do I have notes about this scene? And I was trying to figure out.
But what did you say? I would have done.
Right.
Oh, the wedding band conversation wasn't that deep. Oh, that's all I had. Yeah.
Now I'm almost starting to feel like, all right, Kenya did whatever Kenya did. Britt deserved it, because you're trying to make this thing happen with Kenya, and Kenya ain't who you want. Kenya continues to try to bring it up, and she keeps doing this thing. And no offense to your tribe, Jared, But it's these light brights that like they do this thing where like she gives me the thing of like, well, I grew up light skinned and pretty all my life. So like, I was just bullied all the time. And it's like, we get it. You're pretty.
Is she that light skinned?
I wouldn't call her light skinned. She gonna call herself light skinned. She ain't black like her mama.
Yeah, she don't look like the mama.
Her words, not mine. She's never said that, but I'm just saying I feel like she would think that way.
Yeah.
She like a Keisha Cole. Her dad's Italian somewhere, just out roaming around. Who knows? Y'all never watched the Keisha Cole reality show? That was a good reality show.
Rest in peace to Frankie. That's why that got canceled.
Good night.
Yeah.
Even just this whole scene just felt like grasping for straws. Simply because even when Britt threw shade at Portia for showing late, she was like, "Yeah, but when I have my wedding, I won't be late like you know who." And it's like, that was why?
Those girls keep doing that, and I feel like they're showing their new girl housewife card. Each time we see them, they're bringing up a reoccurring thing that happened that is kind of irrelevant. So if you're going to bring up old tea, bring up something that we care about. You keep you keep saying one keeps saying why she keep being with that lady husband, and the other one keeps saying I'm not wearing a wedding band. Girl, who gives a damn?
But we did find out like some real crazy stuff, and I feel like what's going to happen where I couldn't stand Kelly, I'm going to end up liking Kelly towards the end. I feel like I'm going to end up liking Kelly. Not. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say like, yeah. I mean, she came in hot, but then she's also right now out of the new girl, she's coming in like the most natural on camera, as natural as they can be at right now, and like. What was I looking for? Yeah, kind of just like opening up, and then we're getting stuff from her.
Real shit. Real shit. Like we find out that her husband took $500,000 from the business accounts. She even said something along the lines of like she deserved an Oscar for like making her life look perfect, but then come to find out she's like sleeping in her closet to stay away from him, like walking on eggshells.
He was a prisoner
all around, right?
Yeah.
Just an all around horrible situation to be in. I do hope that she is, especially now, in a better, a safer environment outside of that man and not having to deal with that, because that's just not fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, when she said she was in the closet, I kind of was like, oh my God, girl. Like, you were married to a monster, girl. And I was thinking about the kids. Can you imagine running through the house? You can't even go to sleep properly because you don't know what he about to do. Ugh.
And I was about to say, and then to that point, that kind of sheds some light on why she probably treats her kids the way she did, like why that birthday party and the girl getting 17 gifts. Like, I'm sure that plays a role into kind of.
And she's a girl mom. She's a girl mom too. Yeah. So, she's struggling. And also to your point too, Jared, which is why she came in so strongly even to the Portia situation. Because she's coming from a relationship based off of infidelity. So she already has a chip on her shoulder. This, while they're filming, is all very new to her. You know what I mean? New to her, meaning the divorce and how open her relationship is and how that's being exposed. So yeah, I can see her having a chip on her shoulder that's liking her in the long run. Like, oh, this girl really went through a lot. It's fucked up.
No, yeah.
Sorry, girl.
Yeah, it's just sad. It's just like, you don't have a home. Oh, girl, let's go find you a home. You sleeping in a closet. I'm joking.
She has a beautiful townhouse now. Also enjoyed the tour of her home on the internet.
I did see that, but I wish she would have actually got that dress cut and not kept skipping, like damn near tripped over it 80,000 times.
We also didn't need the bathtub scene at the end.
I wouldn't mind her to give us a little bit of a Mariah Carey delusion. I wouldn't mind that. Even though what Mariah Carey does is real. She deserves every part of how she behaves, but I wouldn't mind that from Kelly. I feel like she could give us that.
Yeah, we may be getting it.
I wouldn't mind at it in a fun way, though.
I just but this title card look is gonna piss me off every single time. Like I just cannot with it at all.
Because it's giving you PowerPoint presentation every single time. I was like, I used to do this in school.
I'm not even talking about the graphics. I'm talking about Kelly's look in the.
Oh yeah,
the
look
title
is
card.
not there.
Like it's.
No.
Oh yeah.
No,
but I did it. But okay, thank you for bringing it up. How do we feel about her confessional look? Because I'm not mad at it. That full
The
red
pink
to so
dress.
look.
Oh, that one.
No, I'm
The
not
coat.
mad at that. Yeah,
Which
I love a
one? Which
coat.
one did we say?
The red.
No, the coat.
Yeah, the red whole look.
I don't know. I mean, as a look, yes. As a confessional look, her sitting there in it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's only throwing if it was New York with the New York girls, we'd be feeling it.
Probably.
Maybe.
Oh, so y'all
Probably.
okay? Wow, was it? I thought I would have to fight y'all for that. Cool.
Yeah.
So then we move on to Drew, Angela, and Shamia linking up. Of course, I really get a nasty taste in my mouth every time I have to talk about Drew, y'all. Like, for real, it's bad. This is crazy. I'm not a fan. Was happy to see that Angela did say, "I'm gonna be real with you, Drew girl. Like, you out of everybody, Dennis, like you in Atlanta." And she said, "I've had record deals from so many heavy hitters, and my music's never reached a level. But then when Dennis came to me, what the fuck did
You
Dennis
still
say
ain't
to
on
you,
the radio, girl?
Like, come on."
Right.
What did he say to you? Like, what are you talking about?
He's my angel sent from Earth.
Fighting for that relationship or even like making this a thing is just crazy to me. It's like, Drew, you're like, why is she back?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure that out.
I was having that thought too. I'm like, I don't know if they should have brought her back. Like,
no,
yeah,
no, like I just do not understand. Like, you know who I'd rather have seen? I'd rather have had Sanya than Drew. I could have. Dang.
I can't. Oh well, let me not come for the family. You know they already look now.
Oh, that Jamaican bitch, you better watch it.
Let me.
Hey, I fell in love with. I actually fell in love with Sanya during the Olympics when she was commentating. I'm like, no, this is you. This is what you should be doing. I loved her doing that.
Me too.
She said it on an interview with Carlos King that she thinks that she would have made a phenomenal housewife. She just came to it too early. She came to it too early in life. She thinks if she would have maybe given like 5 more years, she would have kind of.
And maybe if she had a better cast to work with too.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
because her even trying to fight with Drew, her fight with Drew just felt. Ugh.
Yeah, it was weird. The only thing uninterested. Honestly, kudos to her for getting pregnant at 50 again. But
Sanya.
Sanya.
Oh, okay.
Now if
Sanya is.
Listen, if 50. I had her man, I would be pregnant again too because that's a fine man.
That husband is fine. Now the man is fine. Now that is the one thing that she got going for. Everything else is.
I do have a theory. I think him and Todd are the same amount of fine. The difference is Todd is short. Like I think Todd is so fine. I think if God would have gave Todd height.
Girl, what?
No.
Okay, well
and
then
Todd
we'll
is not bad.
Oh Lord.
Okay, Danielle.
Oh. Bitch, I ain't lose my camera hoe.
I'm still here. So what was that?
But I mean, but going back to the scene though, when you think about Sanya and then looking at Angela. So I remember I was saying last week, I have a good feeling about Angela and I don't know what it is yet. But I do think in this scene she started showing her housewife cards. And I did appreciate how she was straightforward with Drew and Shamia. And it didn't seem forced. It seemed authentically like her.
And quick. And quick. She said, no. She didn't say no, but I had a conversation with Portia on the side. She said, no, I'm talking about the conversation that we had when I was there. And, the party that I was at. Beautiful home, by the way. I said, She said, beautiful home, by the way. I said, okay, Miss Ange.
I was proud of her. And then I was back on Shamia's side because, again, you're saying all this now, but you did have fucking crickets when everything was said.
No.
That's not the issue that I had with that. I have an issue with the lapdog and the assistant comment because I'm sorry Shamia is a loyal friend. That's bothers me. I do not like that comment.
I didn't like that comment.
No, but you were saying that she was quiet, but people are quiet sometimes. Like in a big party. She probably didn't even know she was gonna be that girl yet until
first group scene. She was fighting against that wig. She had a lot going on.
I don't know.
And group scenes, but no, also too, group scenes in Atlanta are rare in first episodes. We normally do not get group scenes in Atlanta. We always get solo scenes.
That's true.
So especially if they just threw them girls in there like that, that back and forth kind of threw me. I was shocked by that. Like that
Yeah,
really,
kind of
Yeah.
escalated quick.
like
Very
real quick.
quickly.
Shamia did not have time for that though.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. Because I felt honestly, I felt very I felt like there was some other little maybe something else that rubbed maybe Angela the wrong way where she had a little bit more animosity, a little more sauce that she threw on that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
A little bit,
I,
yeah. I get that.
you know
Well,
what I
she said
mean?
I was
So
shocked. She said I was shocked that you asked that question for Portia, and it's like, no, I didn't ask that question for Portia. I asked it for myself. If I see something odd happening with my friend, I'm gonna say something. I don't need like that's another thing too. Why they make it seem like Portia is this like meek person that Shamia need to speak for her for? Like that,
it's so weird.
I
Or
don't.
that they need each other to speak for each other. That's what I'm trying to
Right,
figure out. They both equally have their own minds and their own conversations. Neither one of them have ever gave lapdog or I need her to talk my own shit. Neither one of them have ever gave that.
right.
So
Like
I
that.
don't know
Yeah,
where
that
this
was just
narrative is
odd.
coming from. I don't know where it's coming from. It's very weird. I think it's because it's the first time we've had genuine friends in such a long standing friendship on Housewives. No one has ever been friends for over 30 years as housewives on the
Right.
platform together. So I think people are using that to a negative advantage, if you ask me
Facts.
personally.
No, I agree. Do we care to discuss Drew and Ralph's divorce?
No.
Or her?
No.
Okay, thanks. So then we move on to Portia and Dennis. I'm just gonna kind of go over like an overall thing of this scene, and y'all can give me your opinions on this. It's more so of a question a statement that I have. I kind of agree with Portia on this. Like, there is a narrative out there where people are like, well, like he's trying to, promote his music with Drew, and then that helps him, and in the long run, it's gonna end up helping Portia and P. But my thing is this: if I have a great relationship with my baby daddy, he my baby daddy. I choose how my baby daddy shows up in my life. By you can do your music with him. I don't have an issue with that. But when you try to get him to film and put him and sign him on a dotted line, you are adding him into a world that I'm not okay with him being in. I should be able to control where this man shows up in my life. And by you trying to film with him, you taking that away from me, regardless if we have a good relationship or not.
Yeah. But that's not for you to know. That's not even for you to gauge if we have a good relationship or not. For that, that's
right.
not the other point too. That's not for you to gauge.
Well,
it
no, but
matter to you.
No, but but Drew hasn't said that. I'm just saying because people say,
hasn't.
But there will be people that say, well, they have a good relationship, so why can't he be around? Bitch, we got a good relationship because I choose how he's around.
Yeah.
I don't listen.
Yeah, I listened to it on the iPod. That's what it sounded like you was about to say.
Yeah,
because
it's so confusing to me. It is very confusing. And the fact that Dennis is really trying to play like he is really that boy, that man, and like, Dennis, stop. Because he really is, he loves this shit. He is basking in this right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. So even though we know this is a delusion, and Drew, whoever delusional world this is in, Dennis is kind of eating this up a little bit. He's actually enjoying this. But I think that's what really pissed Portia off, though.
But this is a thing that I've had my friends tell me about my dating when it comes to how I date and who I date. You got to be very careful about who you choose or who you give your body to or who you hang out with. Because sometimes when you a bad bitch and you give it to, and I'm not talking about anybody serious that I've dated, but just people I've given time and attention to that I probably shouldn't have given it to. And then it puts them on a certain level like, oh, you should talk to him. It gives them a little vibe. She did that to him. She put him on a level. When you show an ex, let's say he out and about like, oh, he getting to know somebody and they be like, oh, who's you today? Or like, who's your ex? And he shows Portia.
Right.
One or two things. The dicking. Or you got a lot of money to get a bitch like that. And that puts him on a certain pedestal. So he may feel like that he's that guy because he was with Portia Williams and got a baby off of her.
And got a baby off her too.
And then this is another thing. Now you about to start being weird with corny Drew, and then the music gonna sound. Tend to be with me, yeah. That's what the music gonna sound like. I listen to it on the iPod. The music ain't that great, child. Any thoughts before we wrap this bad boy up and tell us who needs to calm down and whatever?
My only thought is that, it was great to see the return of the on-site confessional. That was a nice little throwback moment.
What's that?
Where was that at?
at the very portion.
Portia
Porsche.
in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh my
Portia.
God. Well, all right, guys. Well, it is time for our favorite part of the show, and that is
Everybody, just calm down.
girl, just calm down. So I'm gonna say who needs to calm down. I'm gonna take a page out of Jared's book, and I'm gonna say who needs to calm down would be Britt's mom. No one cares about Asana, ma'am. That does not show a certain level of opulence that you think it does. Wrong road. This is not Love and Marriage Huntsville, sweetie. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta. Moving on.
I'm gonna keep it in the family, and I'm gonna give it to Britt.
Ooh.
Only because I just want her to calm down a little bit on the theatrics. I just want her to be a little more natural on camera. I can't tell if I love her or hate her yet. Something about her intrigues me, though, but I really just want her to be authentic.
Mm-hmm. Same. I'm actually, look, we're going to go again, circling back on the house husbands. I'm actually giving it to old Charlie. Charles needs to calm down. He needs to calm down. He needs to stop looking at the camera. And you need to stop. You just stop looking at the camera and
All
stop
right.
getting agitated when your wife gives tea. Mind your
Okay.
business. Mind your
All right.
business.
You keep on.
You need to stay out of women's business.
You need to stay.
And stop being a bitch. I'm sorry, boo boo. Come here, boo boo. Come here. Say happy birthday. Come here, boo boo.
Night, night.
Hold on. Come here. Can you see him? I'm trying to grab him.
Happy birthday to you.
Wait. Say happy birthday, boo boo.
Happy
birthday to you.
It's your birthday, boo boo. Okay.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
relax.
There you
Ooh,
go.
hyper. Sweetie.
But yes, guys. All right, guys. Thank you for
Right.
tuning in to the Everybody Just Calm Down, the podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and tell us who you think needs to calm down and just what you felt about this episode. Peace.
Bye.